I want to talk about AI, because we've been talking about it a lot here, which I want to get it clear what your thoughts are, because it's mostly Elon's scared of robots. I mean, that kind of thing. Or what, how do you...
I'm scared of robots.
Or artificial intelligence. Can you clarify exactly what the issue you have now?
And you deserve the background. We've been talking to Jeff Bezos, Sundar Pichai. We talked to Mark Fields from Ford about it. The Facebook folks. There certainly seems to be in the tech companies a big, tremendous new drive or interest to believing they will be all competing for intelligent assistance.
And it's good. It'll make your life better.
Make your life better. Siri is going to suddenly get smart. Microsoft's one is going to get smart. And Google is going to cream them all.
It's largely a happy version of this. Sometimes technology hurts you, but not as much as it helps
guys?
you. That's really...
Yeah. So there's been a lot of conversation here about that.
Yeah, sure.
And you've staked out a slightly different position. So can you talk about that?
Well, I mean, I think my sort of full position would require quite a long explanation. I mean, I am concerned about certain directions that AI could take that would be not good for the future.
You guys know who this dude is right here? The dude who's talking? The younger guy? So there's two people interviewing him. The older lady and the older gentleman is interviewing the younger guy. Do y'all guys know who that is? This dude right there? Yeah. That's that dude right there, yo.
I think it'd be fair to say that not all AI futures are benign. Not all.
Okay.
And so if you have something, if we create some digital superintelligence that exceeds us in every way by a lot, it's very important that that be benign. And so actually with a few others, I created OpenAI, which is an AI. It's a nonprofit, actually. There's no. I think the governance structure here is important. So we want to make sure that there was not some fiduciary duty to generate, profit off of the AI technology that's developed. So we created this 501c3, but I think it's quite different from. I mean, a lot of sort of 501c3s are, they don't have a high sense of urgency. They're not like, they're not really sort of developing technology at a fast pace. But OpenAI is. So OpenAI has a very high sense of urgency, and the talent. I think that the people that have joined are really, really amazing.
So you guys don't know who this is, right?
And the intent with OpenAI is to democratize AI power. There's a quote that I love from Lord Acton. He was the guy that came up with power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, which is that freedom consists of the distribution of power and despotism in its concentration. And so I think it's important, if we have this incredible power of AI, that it not be concentrated in the hands of a few and potentially lead to a world that we don't want.
And what world is that? What do you foresee that when you see it?
It's difficult. I mean, it's called the singularity because it's difficult to predict what future that might be. Except I don't know a lot of people who love the idea of living under a despot. I don't think people generally choose to live in a democracy over a dictatorship.
And the despot would be the computer?
Or the people controlling the computer.
And do you worry specifically about any of these companies I mentioned, who've all seemed to now kind of be pivoting toward this as the battleground of the next 10 years?
I won't name a name, but there is only one.
There's only one you're worried about. And they're not preoccupied with making a car that will compete with you, I assume.
There's only one.
Yo, you know who the fuck he's talking about, right? Listen what he says. There's only one company that scares me.
now kind of be pivoting specifically about any of these companies I mentioned, who've all seemed to now kind of be pivoting toward this as the battleground of the next 10 years?
I won't name a name, but there was only one.
There's only one you're worried about. And they're not preoccupied with making a car that will compete with you, I assume.
There's only one.
And what? This is an interesting.
It's not about competing. This is sort of like what would be the point of competing for, mutual destruction?
Yo, you know who the fuck he's worried about, right? The same company everybody should be worried about. The same company that basically everyone runs to for information. And you know who he's talking about. There's only one company out there, yo, that is like really, 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 really pushing this shit and say, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Y'all know what company it is? Well, first of all, nobody can't even answer who the fuck is the dude talking. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all even know who that guy is? And then do you know what company he has a fear of? Oh, come on, man. This is art and education, man. We gotta get the education out the way to start with. Look. Let's get the education out the way. Let's have some interaction, some comments and some answers. And then we can get on to the bullshit. We can listen to some rap and some beats. I'll throw out some corny freestyles and shit, man. Y'all know how I go. But let's get the education part out the way to start with. So the guy he's talking, the guy who's being interviewed, nobody still don't know who that is, right? So that's Elon Musk. Just like if you musky, if you smell, if you stink, if you have an odor like musk, like deer musk or mink musk or ferret musk. There's several animals that make like a musk spell. Anyway, his name is weird as shit, yo. Like, I'm happy my last name isn't Musk, because people call you Musky. You know what I'm saying? But his name is Elon. Stephen Caldwell. You have a very English name. Yeah, I actually believe that you're from Nottingham, England. Just because your name is Stephen Caldwell. That is, you don't get more English than that. You sound like you had a spot of tea and some scones for breakfast. You know? You sound like you live in a flat and you visit the pub. Yeah? Spend 20 quid on the lager, on a pint. Oh man, you English as shit. But anyway, back to the conversation. The dude being interviewed, Elon Musk. You know what company he fears? You know what company he's scared of? And when you look into this company, everybody should kind of fear this motherfucker, yo. Like, they doing some crazy shit, yo. So, if you have a question and you go online to find an answer, where do you normally search to find an answer? He said cheers. You're right about the pub. I do visit my local pub. Stephen Caldwell. You sound like a character from a Sherlock Holmes novel. He lives right next door to Mr. Caldwell. I would like to interview you, Stephen. So, where were you on the nights? So, alright, so, if you have an answer, if you have a question, and you go online to find the answer to a question, where is the first place you search online for an answer to a question? It's just me and you, Steven. Don't back out on me now. We got the whole world ahead of us. Because this is very interesting. I never heard him say that before. Like, I'm not going to name names. There's only one company. And that's obvious. That's easy. And it's crazy in the past 15 years that this one company has been able to elevate themselves to the pinnacle of literally information. And that's so fucking common. You got a question, who do you ask? Google. It's a verb now. The company name is a verb because people tell you to do what the company name is. If you don't know something, you should what? Google it. As if Googling is an action, an act in itself. To Google is to search for information. It is a verb now. Oh, I wonder how far is it from London to China? Google it. I'm in New York. I wonder what time is it in Sydney, Australia right now? Google it. I wonder how much corn did Nebraska grow last year? You can Google it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird as shit. And this is the company that this dude fears. Listen to him one more time, yo.
Now, kind of be pivoting toward this as the battleground of the next 10 years?
I won't name a name, but there is only one.
There's only one. Now,
The computer?
What the people controlling the computer?
and do you worry specifically about any of these companies I mentioned who've all seemed to now kind of be pivoting toward this as the battleground of the next 10 years?
I won't name a name, but there is only one.
There's only one you're worried about. And they're not preoccupied with making a car that will compete with you, I assume.
There's only one.
That shit seems so fucking
And what,
ominous.
so,
It's like,
this is an
It's not
interesting.
about
he's like, yo, there's only one company. I'm not gonna name names, but there's only one company that really works. Oh, and they're not in competition. You're not worrying about them trying to make a better electric car than you. Yo, there's only one company, yo. That one company is the one that everybody knows. It's fucking Google. Why is he so worried about Google? You gotta look at what Google been doing for the last 10 years, yo. So, Google, this is easy to explain, but it sounds weird when you say it. So, Google made another company. The company that Google made, it bought Google. This is Google, right? Google made this company. It's called the Alphabet Company. So it's like a subsidiary. It's like Coca-Cola owns Dasani water and a lot of other juice products. But then Dasani buys Coca-Cola. Like, why would you even do that? So yeah, Google made the Alphabet Company, and then the Alphabet Company bought Google. So now Alphabet is the parent company, and Google is a subsidiary of the Alphabet Company. Yeah. So now what the Alphabet Company is doing is buying up all of these advanced AI tech firms and robotics companies. And they are really, 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 really pushing the boundaries for this transhuman, singularity, cybernetic, augmented reality future. And they're not slowing down with this shit. So there was this company called Deep Blue, and Google bought that company. There was another company called AI something. and Google bought that company. Well, the Alphabet company bought it, and then there's this really well-known company called Boston Dynamics. Yeah, they brought that company too, yo. And there's another tech firm that they bought, and it's like, why are you buying all of? So you're buying up all the most advanced robotics companies, and you're buying up the most advanced AI companies. So you have artificial intelligence robotics, artificial intelligence robotics, artificial intelligence robot, an intelligent robot, a cyborg. What the is this? Am I just like leaping the gun or something? Like, no, nobody's not seeing this shit coming, because it's decompartmentalized. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these different branches, all these different departments working on specific projects and programs. But when you bring all of these fucking different areas together, what the fuck do you get, yo? You know what I'm saying? There's no telling what the Alphabet company is planning on assembling in the next 15 or 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because like for the last 5 or 10 years, they've been slowly, well, last 15 years, they've been slowly buying up all these different companies. And now like what are you planning on doing with this shit? Did you see Boston Dynamics, their new robot? Oh my god, yo, this shit looks, it's crazy. All right, so they gave us a little snippet a little while ago. It's called the Spot Mini. Yo, that shit looks fucking stupid, son. And now they got, oh, there's more footage of the Spot Mini. But then they gave us this video right here. So this is Boston Dynamics, and Google now owns this company. All right, so you see the first one doesn't have this appendage on its back. The second one has this appendage. So they're working in tandem with each other. Holy fucking shit, bro. Okay, but automation, fully automated manufacturing is within the next century. But for a generation and a half, maybe 2 generations, shit is going to be fucked up. The transition from the working class man to a almost completely automated facility where you only need 2 or 3 actual people to run a plant is gonna really fuck people's lives up for like 40 years. You know what I'm saying? The shit is coming, and we're on the verge. And I've been actually talking about this with a couple of guys I work with, because Amazon has a new lift fart truck type device. Is basically like a Roomba, like the vacuum cleaner, except it's a big ass fucking Roomba. And instead of having people actually drive forklifts and shit around and move supplies, stack boxes, they have these automated fucking robots that are square, and they go underneath this fucking table with the supplies, lift shit up, move shit around the facility themselves. If something needs to go to the shipping area or come from the shipping area to this area, they got fucking robots doing that shit now, yo. And I think they said in some of Amazon facilities, their warehouse facilities, they have cut their staff like 66%, 67%, just because they've introduced this new automated fucking forklift type shit, yo. So like I think maybe we have like seriously like another generation of laborers, and then after that shit is gonna be done. Yeah, hey, really, Tripper, man, I'm telling you, this is a really big threat to the working class, yo. Mika, I taught myself how to paint. Taught myself how to paint. Go to my Instagram real quick, yo. You got your brain augmentation device. It's more than just a phone. We barely call people on these things at all. Think about it. Do you use your phone more for talking to people or other functions and activities? So yeah, if you have your brain augmentation memory storage device, you can just log. Lewis, what's up, bro? You can just log right onto here, and you can go to my Instagram or Facebook account and instantaneously see my whole entire catalog of art. Science. Just love technology. Technology is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Love that shit. But yeah, this taking it back to what you're saying for military purposes. So if this is a privately funded, you know what I'm saying, research development company for robotics, imagine what the government has. And I'm pretty sure they do have like some government funds coming into Boston Dynamics, but just with the money that Google has behind it as well, how far they're going to push these projects. They already have a bipedal robot that's able to jump and do backflips and land. It can land a backflip, a robot, a bipedal robot, not attached to any cables or anything, can land a backflip. You know what I'm saying? And so once again, they're saying it's for practical uses. You can look at this, Blood Boy, what's up? You can look at this old anime called Palabur, Palabur 1 and Palabur 2. There's another good anime. If you check out Ghost in the Shell, like I really think everything in Ghost in the Shell is gonna happen in like the next 50, 60 years, yo. That digital art is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a real big techie, but I stream using my PS4 Pro. I do have a laptop, cell phones, you know. I got an iPad and all that shit, but I never actually tried to do digital art. I get criticized because I use photographs. You're not a real artist. You're not even painting from life. You're using a photograph. Why don't you ever paint with using live models like the masters used to do it? Because we have technology now. I don't have to have like some chick sit in front of me for 8 hours a day for like a week until I can get a good concept of the direction I want my painting to go in. I can just be like, yo, stand right there real quick. And now I have that moment frozen in time forever. The lighting will not change. The model will not change. And a photograph makes it way easier to paint from. So fuck that. And so I can kind of see what digital artists says, like, yeah, I don't need the photograph. I mean, I don't even need the fucking paints, you know what I'm saying? I got digital paints, bro. My shit is all on my motherfucking computer, man. I ain't got to get messy. I ain't got to have paints and thinners everywhere. But then I'm like, you're kind of losing something. I know that I'm losing something by using a photograph. And I have painted from life before. I have drawn live figures before. And it's different. It's more intimate. It's more intense. You have to utilize more of your skills to translate visually what you see onto paper or onto canvas. A photograph does make it easier. And I can imagine that, a digital art studio would make it even easier. But I just don't know. It's something about digital art that really turns me off. I I like getting my hands dirty a little bit. I like to hear the brush on the canvas. You know, it's just something about that paint, man. Anime paint. I have some old video game characters I did back in the day, but they're all in the basement, I think. Yeah, I don't have anything in here. Yeah, I did video game characters, comic book characters for a while, but I don't do that shit no more, yo. I'm a big anime fan, but I've never really like did a lot of anime art. Yeah, Steve. I don't know. It's just like, and there I've seen some digital art from like the Black Panther movie. Like everybody's hopping on the bandwagon and trying to produce like fan art and shit for the movie. And there's this one piece I saw. I looked at that shit. I was like, yo, that shit is hot. I looked at it close and I was like, that's not a painting. But how they did it on the fucking computer, that shit for a split second, I thought it was a real painting. And then I scrolled down and started reading it, and it said art life, hashtag art life, artist, hashtag digital art. I was like, oh yeah, you almost got me. That shit looked good. I thought that shit was a real painting for a minute, but then I looked real, like, whoa, let me see. Oh, that shit say digital art. I know I can spot that shit anytime. Like there is a difference. I don't know. It looks different. Digital art looks cool, but it doesn't look like a painting. You know what I'm saying? And a painting doesn't look like a drawing, and it just art doesn't look the same. You can just tell the difference. I like how paintings look. Yeah, that pen and ink. I never got good with pen, yo. I always erase too much, yo. The pencil was my shit for years. I've only been painting for like 9 years. I've been drawing my whole life though. Like the pencil, me and the pencil get along very well. Damn, this motherfucker will not burn. Chronic, what up? Trying to finish up this piece right here, yo. I'm almost done with all of her skin. I got a little bit to do around her ankle and this hand here, and the skin that's in the reflection in the mirror. So I think maybe a little bit here, but most of her skin is done. Her face, her arms, her torso, and everything is done. So like I said, I'm gonna work on this little area and just try to lighten up that reflection a little bit. And then hopefully everything else will go a lot faster. I just want to brighten up certain spots in the background. Maybe lighten up this portion of the shadow right here. I think that's a lot lighter than I have it. So definitely want to lighten up this gray shadow a little bit. And maybe go back in here and touch a few squares on the tiles. And this little stopper cap plug thing, have to make that look chrome. So there's, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 hours left in this painting. Hopefully, if I'm diligent and just like actually paint and not play around and fuck off while I'm in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Like, do fucking work, Travis. Why are you on YouTube still? Oh, I wasn't on YouTube for a long time. It's like, Boozy, bruh, you know how we do it. Don't wanna burn my mustache. Yo, who went to go see the motherfucking Black Panther movie, yo? I ain't even really big on the Marvel movies, so I saw the first two Iron Mans. I saw the first Captain America. I saw the first Avengers. I saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I seen both Incredible Hulk movies. I seen the first Thor movie. I didn't see any of the Spider-Mans. I didn't watch the Ant-Man shit. I know a few of them have sequels. Like Thor got like 2 or 3 of them. I ain't watch all them shits, man. But you know what I'm saying? I most of the first ones that came out over the past couple of years, I did give all of them a try. You know what I'm saying? The Iron Man shits was dope. Iron Man was always one of my favorite characters, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just Tony Stark, he just better than Batman to me. You know what I'm saying? Both of them is basically the same character. You know what I'm saying? Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, you know, children of wealthy families. Parents die tragically. You know, they inherit the family's wealth, which happen to be, you know, tech firms or whatever. And then both are really fucking smart. They don't have any superpowers, but they make suits of armor and shit for themselves, and you know, vigilante style and go fight crime. But you know, Batman got like the Batmobile, you know, Bat plane and shit like that. Man, fuck that Tony Stark. He just got the suit, man. His whole suit fly. Fuck a damn car. Fuck a plane. Man, my suit flies, man. I got boosters in my boots. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Cotwell. Yeah, but Tony Stark, man, that motherfucker was the man. And so of course I had to get the Black Panther movie a try. Honestly, never read the comic. I'm not a fan of it. You know, I don't know anything about the character itself. Never really read the comics or seen any of the fucking animated movies. But Tripper, peace. But hell, I don't know. His powers still seem kind of corny. You know, just you eat the heart-shaped herb, motherfucker. I be smoking heart-shaped herbs all the time. That shit don't give me no superpowers. It shit just make me hungry. Maybe if I bury myself, maybe if I smoke the heart-shaped herb and then bury myself, I might have a communion with my ancestors. Might have to try this. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't a bad movie. I liked it. That shit was pretty dope. My girl said she wanted to see it again. I saw the Tupac movie twice. But Black Panther, and then they had the preview for the next Avengers movie. That shit looked crazy. What the fuck? Oh, that shit ain't got no sound.
Mucinex Fast Max. 9 symptoms, 1 dose, max strength. Let's end this.
What's that big ass four-legged shit from goddamn Star Wars? Y'all already can see this shit in the making, right? You know what I'm saying? Get this. Yo, this is just fucking. This is how you gotta think about shit, man. Yo, you gotta think about shit in hundreds of years. In hundreds of years. Now, we had the fucking automobile for 100 years, right? We had shit like the locomotive, shit like that for 100 years, right? So think about the first cars, man. The first horseless carriages, and Ford's famous Model T. And now look at what the fuck Tesla did to the automobile. So you get, take that hand crank shit, you gotta crank that bitch up in her front to get that goddamn motor started. And that shit ain't had no differential or nothing. You know what I'm saying? No windshields. It's just a horseless carriage. You know what I'm saying? But it was an automobile. You know what I'm saying? So you take that first automobile and put that shit beside Tesla's fucking Roadster. You take the Wright brothers' first plane and put that shit beside that X-Wing stealth shit. In like 100 years. So you look at this robot that they got now, this shit walking on 4 legs, on ice and all that shit. Imagine that shit in 100 years. Bruh. Oh, boom, that artwork is on it, bruh. You already know. My artwork is the best. Imagine this shit in 100 years. Yo, Russell. That's your fucking R2-D2 right there. I'm telling you. Think about that shit in 100 years. This shit already looks amazing now. It does. It really does look amazing right now. But this is like some Generation 3, Generation 4 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait till they get to Generation 10, Generation 30. You know what I'm saying? Generation 87. In 100 years, they gonna have this shit so fucking perfected, bruh.
And in the NCCR was Animal is a quadruped robot that walks kind of like an animal. It has a bunch of onboard sensing and computing, similar to cargo. And so in this disaster scenario, we have it flying to the top of a building to deliver some medical supplies to people who are trapped and can't get down to the ground.
Oh, and don't forget all the fucking bees are dying too, guys.
Just how easy is it to attach receipts to business transactions?
bro, our bees die, our food crops die, our food crops die.
This is Curatas, a giant robotic exoskeleton prowling the streets of Tokyo. And this amazing device actually allows paraplegics to walk. Get ready to check out 10 advanced exoskeletons and their uses. Though most of us take it for granted, the act of walking is an elusive dream for those with spinal cord injuries. Thanks to Rewalk Robotics' Rewalk Exoskeleton, many who had no hope of ever standing upright again are on their feet and walking. Rewalk is strapped onto the legs and torso and switched on with a smart wrist.
Jay, man, we're gonna have fucking cyborgs and everything in like motherfucking next 100 years, yo. 60, 65, 75, 100 years from now. Yeah, that robot flipping, that's that Boston Dynamics. That's what I was talking about earlier, man. Google bought that company, yo. That's one of the companies Google bought up. They buying a lot of fucking companies that's doing shit like that. Then the Japanese trying to make all these mech suits. That shit, if you ever, what was that movie? I cannot think of the name of that movie, yo. It took place in Johannesburg. Like, this fucking alien ship came to Earth, right? And it got trapped. It got trapped in our atmosphere for whatever reasons. That shit couldn't take back off and leave the fucking planet. But it wasn't like touching the ground. The shit just kind of hovered over Johannesburg, and they said it was there for like a couple generations. The aliens came out, man. We done made contact with these motherfuckers. They live on the ground like regular people, man. But they got these fucking weapons and shit. But only the aliens can use the weapons. And so somehow this one fucking journalist gets transformed or gets a piece of the alien grafted onto him. And so one of his hands is like a fucking alien hand. And he get to use the weapons that the alien got, yo. What the fuck movie was that, yo? Damn, I cannot think of the name of that shit. Will Smith? No, 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 no. Skyline? No. Yo, what is this shit called? Yo, let me see. SEC. No. District 9. Who remembers that shit, yo? Fuck you, Tyler. District 9. You guys remember that movie? Look at the fucking the mech suit they had in that shit, yo. The dude get inside this fucking bipedal fucking armored suit in that shit, yo. And I think, man, fucking Japs already got some shit really similar to that. Yo, that District 9, and they only had that shit in there for like a little minute, yo. Just show how that shit moved, the weapons it had on it, then it got fucking trashed real quick. And then there's another movie, Avatar. You remember the fucking mech suits that they had in fucking Avatar, yo? All these fucking, like I say, once again, man, at Boston Dynamics, man, these motherfuckers on some crazy shit. All that shit gonna be used for military applications. Saying that, you know what I'm saying, oh, it's so we can save lives so that our soldiers don't die in combat and all that shit, man. But they gonna use these mechanized robotic suits, augmented strength suits, and these fucking these AI robots to fucking terrorize motherfucking countries and take out fucking dictators and foreign dignitaries that go against their goddamn agenda. Yeah, District 9. Look at that fucking suit of armor they had in that shit. Skyline?
This is Lynchburg, a small town in the heart of Tennessee.
I don't want to
where
live in a
families
town
and
called
neighbors
Lynchburg.
work together to make every drop of our whiskey. If you can't get here,
And they make liquor there. Okay, you make liquor in a town that's called Lynchburg. I don't want to visit that town.
What's your plan, huh? Move, move, move.
Yo, where's that fucking suit? Oh, there it is. Look how that shit look, yo.
How are you doing? Who's moving that shit? Wait for my command. Make sure you fucking shoot to kill. It's for the man. Hey, Dickus!
Yo, that shit look crazy as fuck, yo. You gotta watch that whole movie. That's it, yo. They're gonna have...
Run, Dickus! Run! And keep on running, you fucking coward! Run! Run! Get the air support up and get on his fucking tail now! It's not gonna work, boss. He's a tough one. He's not gonna talk. Then just fucking kill him.
What year this movie came out? This Skyline movie. On August 28, 2009, NASA sent a message into space further than we've ever reached before in an effort to reach extraterrestrial life.
Stephen Hawking, astrophysicist and arguably one of the
That's
smartest
what
people on the
SETI
planet,
is. The search for
warned us about the
extraterrestrial intelligence.
possibility of aliens from
They keep
outer
listening
space.
for radio signals from space, but they just get a lot of like, static from radiation and all kind of
Hawking says
shit.
that
But they
if
keep listening nonetheless. And we send out that fucking that one satellite that's broadcasting.
In other words, it didn't turn out too well for Native Americans.
I think I saw this movie, yo, and the kids. Wait a minute, and the kids were at like staying out of town at a hotel or something when it happened. And there's like this bright blue light came through the window. That shit with that mech suit. Always like mech suit theory since fucking like the Gundam Wing series back in the day. Motherfucking the Voltron series back in the day. Motherfucking what was the other shit, yo? Even the Power Rangers. Everybody jumping their own little fucking Power Ranger robot, then that shit form into like a bigger ass robot. Yeah, I've always been fascinated with, being able to have a bipedal tank. You just in a tank with two fucking legs on that shit, yo. But now that shit is coming true, yo. These motherfuckers, DARPA, they got shit like that. I really do believe. And there's this old ass video I seen a couple years ago, man. They do look kind of suspect a little tiny bit, but it shows like this fucking an invisible soldier. Y'all ever seen that shit, yo? It said it's supposedly some radical terrorist somewhere in fucking Iraq or whatever, and they know for a fact that a U.S. military convoy is scheduled to come somewhere through their area, and so they set up fucking mines. They try to blow their fucking tanks up, and they set up a camera to fucking catch what happens, you know what I'm saying? They want to record this shit, document this shit, because they know they plan going to work. They're going to have footage to, rally their forces and to show to the American public, like, look, fuck you, we're blowing up your tanks and shit. But so in the video, it's like you guys can watch that shit. Look at Invisible Soldier captured on video or some shit. But in the video, seems like a wall, a perimeter wall coming into like a small village or a small like commons area or something. It has a double gate opening, and there's a heavy armored vehicle coming through. It's not a tank, but it's a heavily armored vehicle. It comes through the entryway in the wall, and it trips the mine, and this shit just blows up from the bottom. You see the truck kind of lift up off the ground a little bit, like poof, but it didn't really fuck it up real bad, because the truck actually still drove a little bit after the fucking explosion and everything. The truck kind of drives out of the view of the camera, and then a tank comes in, like a real tank comes in behind the truck, and then you barely make out like this image, like this person that looks invisible. Like like the Predator type, like you can kind of see a shape, but you can't really see like a distinct color or anything like article clothings or any. It's just like this little person runs across and he climbs up on the tank and he lays down. They open the tank, the top of the tank, and then he jumps in and climbs inside the tank. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Yo, Nick, I'm not Snoop, but yeah, that shit was fucking weird as shit, yo. And like a lot of people say, oh, it's fake, it's a hoax. You can't believe that, but that shit looked kind of real to me. From my professional opinion of watching YouTube videos over the past decade, that shit looked definitely real to me. Double Snoop Dogg. Oh man, why do everybody think I look like Snoop, yo? I don't look like Uncle Snoop, bruh. I don't look like Uncle Snoop, dog. He's Reginald D. Hunter. Yo, that motherfucker's funny as shit, yo. Reginald D. Yo, he is funny as fuck. He's Reginald D.
Fucking tired of your attitudes, I'ma go ahead and cancel you. Leave you sitting in solitude. You can't fuck with my eyes to break it down to a molecule. Got me gonna break out with you niggas checking my manners. Got me told them talking to people talking to me. You niggas out there talking to beat the front when I pay the fool. All this shit is so painful. Got me thinking of better to hitting this so we finish. Little niggas looking talking. Get your birds. I ain't with the talking. Shut the fuck. Fucking tired of fighting. Stepping out of pocket. Facing my bitch, I'm a head in the jet. Man, y'all can't fuck with that ox. I love Akuma. I love Akuma. With little the virus, they call me the server, I never been kind. Hey, taking the order, just marking my time. You see how I'm climbing, you wait on my kind. You waiting forever, I'm making like grind, I only get better. Tell the flow, so niggas can copy this shit, ain't no hobby. You see how I'm chopping, cause I'm in the dark. Don't no taking, I put up the hand, niggas think it's too sick. Posting up weed, like coughing this shit. Better smoking, no confident shit. The niggas not smoking, y'all coughing that shit. But niggas be talking like bigger than big, taking the pics of this shit. But they smoking shit, I stay with the bitch. But they go retarded, don't shoot off a target. Joe with the pressure, I'm at you, no bigger, no play with my money. Your nephew be dating, I make you so weightless, they late when you play, so open that casket. Hold over that casket. Yeah, they won't open that casket. They won't open that casket. Yeah, they won't open that casket. They won't open that casket. Yeah, they won't open that casket. They won't open that casket. Yeah. I'm proud of shit. CC1 man, don't feel like you savage, you ain't never regret. The take us to tell you for all those who blame. Man, even hate like all of this shit. No, I'm not human, don't call me that shit. Or like a god, can follow your king. Girls been hard, but watching my scenes. Rock them rolls, just press to the screen. Knocking the records, rocking the rest. Better like that, got in the surge, get fuck with the copy. That shit for the goofies, providing influence, just do what you want. Young in the restless, fucking the restless. Better like that, got in the surge, get fuck with the copy. That shit for the goofies, providing influence, just do what you want. Take it over, bitch.
Ashley. Ooh.
Non-stop music for you and your household, even when you leave the app or when you go offline. Listen to YouTube ad-free.
Things are gonna get. I don't listen to mainstream music, bro. I don't know. Future Mask Off? I don't know, bro. I don't listen to that shit. If that, I'll tell you like this. If they play a song on the radio, I probably haven't heard that shit. You know what I'm saying? I probably have not heard that shit. If it's played on the radio, I'll tell you some new shit that I have listened to. Once again, I just went to see the Black Panther movie. I did not realize that Kendrick Lamar did some tracks for the Black Panther movie. The movie's going off. I hear a dude rapping. I'm like, yo, that's K-Dot. Let me find out K-Dot got some shit on this. So I start Googling some shit, and K-Dot basically got the whole soundtrack for the Black Panther movie. So I listened to some of that shit. I know there's a video for one song with him and some chick Shaza or some shit like that. But yeah, you know. So I've recently heard that. I do like Kendrick Lamar. He's probably one of the youngest acts that I like that's out right now. I don't know. There's not a lot of young acts, like new people out that I listen to, like. So Future, I don't listen to his shit. I know the internet is going crazy over like some new Drake video. I've never listened to an entire Drake album. Like never ever. I don't even think I've listened to like 10 Drake songs in my life. I can't even name one. I don't know the names to, like, shit like that don't really interest me. That music is, I don't know. They fucked up hip hop, yo. Hip hop's fucked up right now. Tell you what, man. I got every Kid Cudi album. I got every Linkin Park album. I got every Lupe Fiasco album. I have every Talib Kweli album. I have almost every Nas album. I have every Daft Punk album. I have almost all the Tupac stuff. I have almost every Wu-Tang album. I have all Kendrick Lamar's albums. I have all J. Cole's music. I don't know. There's not like a lot of good shit out there. Like there's certain people I buy all their shit, but then like others, like I don't listen to a lot of shit. It's bad, you know. But I do like a wide variety of music. There's just not like a lot of shit out there right now. The Black Panther movie, I give the Black Panther movie a 9 out of 10. I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. You know, that shit was... What could have made it better? I think, if they would have left in all the edited scenes. So my understanding is like the first final edit was right at 3 hours, and I'm like, okay, but they edited down. I think it's like 2.5 hours. So I think if they would have gave us that extra 30 minutes, the Lord of the Ring movies are like 3 hours fucking long. You got how many fucking Lord of the Ring movies? It take you all day to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just. We don't give a fuck. Everybody was hyped up about that shit. They would have stayed in there for 2 hours and 45 minutes or 2 hours and 50 minutes to watch all that shit. And I don't know. I think there was too much internal conflict within Wakanda. But at the same time, that shit was dope because everything was resolved at the end. He had to kill his own cousin, but his cousin was a fucking badass who was, you know, had a legit reason to be upset. And I like that, like when you can understand the bad guy. He's a bad guy. He's doing really bad shit. He did some fucked up shit. But I kind of understand. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the only television show I watch right now is The Walking Dead. That's it. It's not on right now. It comes on next Sunday. Oh my God. The Walking Dead comes back on next Sunday. Yes. But, you know, this new bad guy, Negan, he's terrible. He's a terrible guy. He's a really bad guy. Really, he's a villain. But you kind of like him. You kind of understand where he's coming from. You know, you can actually see his point of view is somewhat logical. Yeah, you know, and that's the kind of villain we had with Killmonger in that movie. You know, he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's really bad guy, but you kind of understand it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I gotta watch the Game of Thrones, man. I've seen one episode of it ever. Like, HBO had their free weekend. Like, once again, I don't watch a lot of TV. Somehow, I realized it was HBO's free few days or whatever, and I turned to it and it was like Game of Thrones. I was like, oh, that shit is everybody's talking about. Let me see what's the fuss about this show. And the one episode I saw actually wasn't that bad. It was one kingdom was going to another kingdom to ask for their support in this major war that they were setting up, and the one kingdom has a child as their, you know, their queen or their leader, I guess, like this little girl. But the little girl, that little girl's a good ass actor. How she just delivered her lines, And I don't know, that scene was really good to see these two older gentlemen, you know, obviously I think one of them was the king of the other empire or something. But you know, like, motherfuckers have been in battle. They've been, you know, I've been ruling my own fucking kingdom since I was 20 years old. And then now I gotta come here and ask this little girl for help. You know what I'm saying? Gotta ask this child emperor to come help me. But she played that scene played out really, really good somehow. I like that scene. Yeah, I definitely gotta watch that. I gotta find a way to watch the Game of Thrones. I'm gonna take a bathroom break, guys, and I've been talking for over an hour. I actually have to paint a little bit, so I'll be right back. What the fuck? Sense of the color in here.
Don't come in all of it hurting niggas here avoiding the Jordan. Faces guns, faces up, lace it up on the I'm feeling all big that you try me enough. Can you quick in one motion? I took your hoe to the bag. That bitch ain't even resist. She call me daddy and got a bomb and she a person. She throw her some dick. My niggas pass me the aux. I'm only bumping my shit. Rolling up, clean off a beam. Lost myself off of a pill. Told myself I wouldn't do it. I'm anxious to fight and I'll pay for my wealth. Wouldn't know that I've been chasing the paper from a nigga fly off the stealth. Yelling all over your head. My niggas creeping beneath. Out to the watch they backs. Didn't tell them where we be. My niggas got cakes and they silence like knives. Coming through quick and we taking their lives. They see the tag, he ignoring the price, but he swipe like it's nothing. That card is declined. Niggas stop playing these games. Shut up, nigga, just stay in your lane. Fuck up, coming up off on your name. Buck up, all you niggas staying the same. Damn.
That's crazy. They won't let me show that shit. Yeah, I'll probably get banned for like that one little second.
What does it mean to wear the purple and gold? For some, it's the dawn of a new era. For some,
Probably get banned for letting that commercial play. But they ban you for everything on this shit now, bro. programmer. What up, bro? And you know what? Man, we just gonna chill. Yeah, we just gonna chill. We just gonna chill. Yeah, we just gonna chill. And we just gonna chill. Yeah, we just gonna chill like. So this is the third layer of paint I'm adding to this, her skin tones right now. And hopefully this will be the last layer. No, I always put anywhere from like 3 to 4 layers of paint anyway. But this third layer should pretty much do it for this piece right here. Need that to be a little bit darker. Cause we just gonna chill. Yeah, we just gonna chill with this. It's art and education. It's art and education. Yeah, we just gonna chill.
This is Jim. He's hyperventilating
This
after
is
opening his
me.
Verizon bill.
Skipping this ad. Oh, you bitch won't let me skip this ad. Fuck you, I'll turn you down. I'll silence you. Cause I don't listen to advertisements. Advertisements are for the birds. Ba-da-da-da. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
What is it? I have to go away for a while. I saw something I was not supposed to. There could be no witnesses. So they gave me a choice.
What the?
Die.
The fuck is up with all these commercials, man?
Just try me if you think I'm bullshit.
Look at this. The brother finally decides to stand up like a man and throw down. Too bad Raheem had to die first, huh? It's over. Everything starts from now. We all go down unless we stay together. Ain't no one man above the crew. You know that shit. Crazy, man. You know what? When you said that last time, I was kind of tripping, right? But now, you're right. I am crazy. But
You know what else? I don't give a fuck.
Lavish. Jack. Lavish. Jack.
I don't give a fuck about Steel, and I don't give a fuck about Raheem either. I don't give a fuck about myself. Look, I ain't shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. And you less of a man than me, so as soon as I decide that you ain't gonna be shit, so be it. You remember that, motherfucker. Because I'm the one y'all need to be worried about. Partner.
They say 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul. At my company, we specialise in custom motorcycles. We wanted to revive old manufacturing techniques with new technology. The surface is great. It's powerful enough to run all the programs I need. I really love drawing with a pen.
You don't have to work and slave. Let electricity do it for you. You can have your...
I will never say that progress is being made. If you pick a knife and run back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
It's me, Snakes. I got the stuff.
Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
All right, Johnny. But what about my money?
What money?
AC said you had some dough for me.
Is that a fact? How much do I owe you?
AC said 10%.
Too
That
bad
AC ain't in charge no more. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
He's upstairs taking a bath. He'll call you when he gets out. Hey, I tell you what I'm gonna give you, Snakes. I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister off my property before I puff your guts full of lead.
Right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going.
1, 2, 10. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
How long I've been painting? About 9 years. Like 9 years. Perfect.
잠깐 거기에서 널 멈춰줘. 어디에서 이기심을 뿜어 되기 시작하는지 그 꼭지를 찾아내서 잠그고 싶지. 날 꼭 끌어안아줘. 부서져 내리기 직전까지 말하는 가뭄을 던지고
Will you still coming over?
잘고 싶은 병이 도지면은 말해. Will you come over? 날 짚과 같은 봄이 필요할 때쯤에 말야. 아직 숨을 참아줘 멀리에서 혼자 걷도록 Will you stop coming over, 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 over 못잘고 싶은 병이 또 치면은 말야 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 Will you come over, 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 over 날 짚과 같은 봄이 필요할 때쯤
Loving the ladies, man. I'm a big fan. My wife said, if you could sleep with any of my friends, who would it be? I'm not sure what the correct answer is, but I do know the incorrect answer is Nikki.
Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks. New Wednesdays at 11:10 Central.
Peace all on the track.
Peace all on the track.
Why doesn't it? It's not looking right to me, guys. I think it needs to be more yellowish than that. Yeah, 9 years in.
This President's Day at Kia, we're bringing meaning back to that.
What up, bro? Huh? Oh, damn, I thought I did unlock the door. Hold on, I'll go. Oh, so the transition. Come on side. We got that snow. We got that snow blindness.
I see like right now. I see right here. I gotta.
Oh damn! Go grab a chair.
What? A chair?
Yeah.
My phone's working out straight the stream, but as you can see, my screen's cracked, so I can't show you all that right now. But I'm telling you, I'll pull it right up and show you. That shit be live. You know, we got people that do positive things.
Shut that shit down.
It's so negative and it's crazy. Did I should when I go to my I'm gonna do it when I go to my niece's graduation.
She graduated?
Yeah.
I don't need all
my
this.
graduation.
These next fast Max can handle pretty much every symptom. How about 9?
Make something.
Even.
Yeah, I get
Or down here.
Mucinex Fast Foods. 9 symptoms, 1 dose, max strength. Let's end this.
Alright.
That'll be enough. That's cool. I got one project lined up already though.
I gotta go down there with that.
My damn my cousin want me to buy her a pocketbook and paint the Obamas on that shit.
Pocketbook?
Yeah, she want the Obama.
All of them? The daughters too?
I don't know. She just said, can you put the Obamas on the pocketbook?
So you got the picture, right? You still got the picture, right?
Picture of what?
Throwing away with all the other pictures, right?
Who do what now?
My picture I gave you.
What picture you gave me?
My sister.
Oh, you gave me a picture of your sister?
Yeah, and her, my niece.
I thought I gave you that picture back.
You still got that?
I ain't got that picture, bro.
No, man, I ain't got it. You said that. Come on, I'm playing, man.
That's why I tell people not to give me original pictures, man, because I'll be losing them shit.
I mean, we gonna throw it out.
I'll be putting tape and paint and shit on that
and
shit.
Pictures still around here.
I don't know where that picture at, bro.
Hey, bro.
You gotta get me some more pictures.
That's the one I need.
Or get another copy of it.
That was the only one, real talk. That was the only one.
That's why you supposed to keep that shit, bro.
That's why I gave it to you. You're the artist.
I'll tell you, I asked for digital copies. I can print my own picture out.
And I gotta give that shit back. That's the only one.
You got me in the bind now. How long you had that picture, man?
He had it for a minute. I said the Pacific told me that. I said, make sure you get my picture back. She don't know what I was doing. I told her I was making copies. She sent me a bunch of pictures. I was making copies to put on my wall, I told her, for my family. I want all my family on my wall in the house. Yeah, but she fell for it, you know what I mean? So, and now there's no copy for that. Yo, for real. We got this shit somewhere, right?
Bro, I don't know where that shit at, bro.
It's over here, though.
Not in here.
It got to be. Where else would it be?
I got the picture, man. It's so weak.
I'll put it like this. When that money go in your hand next week, that picture need to magically reappear somewhere. Where did it go from there?
I think I know where that shit is. That's what I swear. I don't like holding on to pictures, man.
Yo, you supposed to keep that. That's inventory for you.
Yeah. But man, I ain't got no secretary.
Look. So you might not never see your paintings again, but pull out that picture like, I did that. You see that somewhere in the world, I did that. Streaming live on the set. Let me get rid of the planet on the bed.
You know what I'm saying? This shit all bent up, man.
That's alright. Long as I give it back.
She got wrinkles in it.
That's alright, long as I give it back. She just want it back. Did I give her that in the photo? Oh my god, it's on. I gotta come with that and $1,000.
You want this one right here?
Yup. So you're gonna do that size.
What's that? The blue?
Yeah.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free. Guaranteed. Get the app now.
And she graduated already? That's crazy.
17.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just turned 17. Here.
But this is some Red Man tobacco.
Red Man.
Yeah. Red Man. You don't like tobacco, man. You don't smoke tobacco.
Yo, so what's the 1269 and what's the 12? Huh? Oh, 69 messages you got?
Yeah, 69. 12 people watching, 69 comments.
69 comments.
Try to get this shit finished while I got my days off. Another one done.
This that type of paper. This is for that. Huh?
Yeah, I paint them.
What is it? Plastic?
Wax paper. That's what it is. Paper with wax on it. Shit, you can sell a little book like $3.
Trying to take kids to the movie, man? No, I was supposed to go Tuesday.
OG Kush Wacky Backy. Tuesday? Over. She jump? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that'd be too many motherfuckers. Yeah. Just me and Angel, that shit was $63. $15 a piece for the tickets. It's already $30. And then, yeah, I swear I got a medium popcorn, a medium motherfucking slushy, and a bag of candy. And Angel got a medium soda and some cheese pretzels. $33. Swear to God. Shit, $30 for the tickets and $33 for the fucking snack. Spent $63 to go see Black Panther. But she got a free movie, like a gift card, yo. To the one on the mountain though, but we couldn't go there. It was showing too late, and I had work in that day.
Cosmetic issue. You got
19.
The cosmetic issue. And inside, there's like 3 bedrooms right here. Well, there's 1 bedroom right there, and there's 3 bedrooms in the back right here, and then 2 up top. Because it's 6 altogether. That's 3 units. You know what I'm saying? It ran down. You know what I'm saying? But cosmetic issues, like an inside cosmetic issue, shit dirty. Shit dirty.
That's 3 different units.
It's like one unit, and then like a half a dozen. It's like 1 unit, and like one whole house kind of setup. But that's like the one house. I think it has
house
2
and
bedrooms.
apartment.
It had like 2 bedrooms up top, and then it's like. That has like 2. That has like either 1 here and then 2 in the back.
The back got his own entrance.
Yeah, it's all got its own entrance. The entrance right there, and then you gotta walk up the stairs. The entrance right there, and then go all the way up top. The entrance right there. And then you ain't gonna front the foundation, concrete shit. You gotta fix all that on the side and the sidewalk and all that shit. But yo, that's a cosmetic issue. You can live in that shit and chip away at it. And for real, it's really cheaper than that. It's like $17.9. Check that shit out.
That kind of shit don't look bad. Like you say, that shit just dirty. That ain't even no chips or nothing. That shit just
when you get up on it, you see you gotta do some.
Oh, you already went there?
Yeah, I'll check it out. You gotta do some cement work. You gotta do some concrete. You gotta fix the steps and all. You gotta do some cement work. But I don't know how bad the inside looks, but I ain't gonna front like 4 weeks. I'm gonna holler at that realtor, try to see if I can take a walk and just holler at that shit. Cause I'm just tight. I'm about to try. I don't know. I'm tight right now because it's gonna be tough for me to. Say if I do buy that shit from the door, it's gonna be tough for me to really take that deed to the bank and get some money. I'm like, well, unemployment check. In my name right now. It's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to just force my hand because I think that shit can get up and going with like probably like 30.
Where's it?
40. Big Street, South Side. Word. You know, shit like that. And then that shit get up and go for like 30. Once you start 30 up into that shit could probably, you probably get it up and going real nice for like 40. You know what I'm saying? No more than 50. That shit'll shoot up to like.
You gonna rent out all the spots?
Motherfucker, right.
And then got what, $600-700 a unit?
I just figure like, nah, if you do it right, you get it right. You know, a 3-bedroom, you get about like $750. No, you do that shit right. No, you get about like $850. You do it right, you get about like $850. Everything included though. That's the thing. Gotta put everything included. And the 1-bedroom, you do that shit right. I need at least I don't know, maybe like $775. Everything gonna be included, so it's gonna be nice. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be included. That's why you gotta jump that rent up. I gotta really look at the layout. But you put everything included, make it real nice. You know what I'm saying? Jump the rent up. Yeah, you're gonna get some dollar for that shit. You think you're even paying back a mortgage on like give or take $40,000, $50,000. You know what I'm saying? Your rent. That shit would be like, I don't know, probably $3,000, $700, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be pulling in probably $2,100, $2,200 a month just in rent.
But then you just gotta figure out like,
don't fuck it.
Set it up?
No, but
oh yeah. But then my thing is, I don't really know how much it would really cost to keep that up and running if we do everything included and something like that. I just don't know that. That would be my only thing. That would be my thing, to lure somebody in to get that top print, put everything included. I'm pretty sure you can walk away and lure something, but you know what I mean? What from the door, your mortgage is paid from the door. Just say $1,000, boom, that's from the door, that's going to the mortgage. Now I'm probably looking at like someone like, I did the math, ballpark figures. I'm looking at like $1,500 or something, some change. And see if that's enough to pay everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the light, the water,
just let the shit pay itself.
Yeah, definitely. I was wondering. I just don't know. But I get my eye on that shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? I can make that shit jump.
That's what I want to do
That shit
too,
won't take
man.
much either, yo.
Yo, if this lawyer get me any kind of money, bro, that shit going in the property.
I ever seen this one. It's a 3-bedroom house. They got it for like $13,400, and they even said you can even lease the home. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can fix together. If you lease the home $13,400, you pay every month. You put mortgage on that.
Tim, what it do, man?
So you got a couple of hours to put that shit together. You know what I'm saying? And if you know the know-how. Yeah. I don't know how the inside looks. They never showed me the inside. I only see the outside. You know the inside's probably fucked. That's why they wanted to show you. But I was just still. The whole house was $13,000. Got some kind of plan. You get a little longer, you put that shit together. $13,000 is nothing. Well, in that situation, I'm paying back more than like $25,000 because I figured I looked at the area of the house and all that, and they're going to put the house at 3-bedroom. It should shoot up to like 50 easy. Put about like 25 into it. Easy in that little area. The construction was decent, you know what I'm saying?
Shit as you can.
Shit that's fucked me up right now is my electrician, which is the one that gets the cost of the most. This dude started getting high again, and he on some other shit. He done crashed his car, and he messed with the chick, and he was on his job for a minute. Like, she was the head electrician at the company and everything.
Start banging the whips out of this shit, bro. You fucking up, bro.
Like, dope again and banging and shit, like.
Alright, why you break? Try the hard shit. Like that shit just never even appealed to me like at all. That shit just never. I don't know.
That's a mad shit that fucking job, man. They play shit on me at the wrong time. I'm fucking mad, yo. I know, yo, like, I don't know how much come at them, like, with the bank, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to work right now. You know what I'm saying? But I want that little piece of little shitty little property, you know? That shit's dope. I can work my hand with that. Much the inside, though, but I'm not working my hand with that.
Have you talked to the bank yet?
No. Like, I don't really know how I'm going to come at these guys, how to really come at them. On that part. When I get to that, I don't know if I'm going to be that way, you know, what's up with
Trump president, man, you know what I'm saying? Trump said, get the fucking loans out.
Shit gonna pay itself, like, I don't know how you
Yeah, how can you not? Jump on
shit
that.
would be like, you know, like, I said, if I pay that shit off, and then I'll be like, alright, well, I got like 5,000 to cushion and keep on the mortgage until, like, I say I got a job, but that doesn't even sound right, you know what I mean? You can't even come at the bank.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like, just because once I'm done with this and that, I mean, that shit running this and that.
That's the first thing. That's one of the first questions. Where you employed? Who's your employer? How long have you been there? Then they ask, how much you make?
Normally, at least like,
Last year was a good year for you too.
that's wonderful.
My numbers, that shit was.
Numbers are beautiful, right where I needed to be. Could be no more, no less. I mean, definitely could be more, but could be no less. It's right where I needed to be. I was on board. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I gotta get back up there. That shit was lining up for the plan, you know what I'm saying? I was sticking to the script. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Yeah, me and Big Bro, we talked to us about this shit too, so like, he working and everything.
So you ain't gonna move to Jersey? You gonna move to Jersey?
No.
Or he ain't in Jersey?
Like Philly.
Yeah, that works.
I can't leave my little mama. I ain't going nowhere. I'm stuck here for a while. Unless I get like a S&M, like credit, like a crazy financial benefit situation, job-wise, something like that, opportunity-wise in another state. Other than that, I mean, well, this is the foundation to make it work. You know what I'm I even did on some shit like that. If I get the property in my name and say like I signed it over to my mom or my mom trying to get the loan, you know what I'm saying, get the property up and going, you know, I can probably work in that situation like that, you know. So I mean, I'm just not trying to.
This President's
See what
Day,
I'm saying?
we're bringing the meaning back to value with America's best value. Value with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
When you started out, you put a name on it, you co-sign on it.
Sorrento and Optima made right here in America. Kia, a value like no other this President's Day.
But I don't really know like if
Right now, get 0% financing for 75 months and no payments for 90 days on select Kias.
Watch out. You have to watch out for them levels.
Hell yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? When I came to rap, all I wanted was number one album. Single stuff.
Nobody has to make room. You gotta earn everything you get. You know what I mean? Nobody just gonna stand there legendary. You're not doing anything that's legendary.
quit too, bro. Just to see if I can do that shit, man. But you get too, but you get too old and don't want to take that shit.
So I'm back with the ball. Let me see if I can. Hit a motherfucker. One more in the jungle. A motherfucker. That's a motherfucking king of these motherfuckers real quick. Probably.
Gym at 5:30.
What you doing?
Legs.
What squat looking like now?
I'm squat, man. I do leg press.
Leg press, how many places you come in?
3.
How many shots?
I do 4 sets of 10. 4
sets of 10? Why didn't you do that for? Why didn't you go up in reps?
You go up in reps?
Yeah,
I go up in sets.
Huh?
I do more sets. I ain't
do
do
more sets? You do what? 11 sets then?
No, I do 5 sets sometimes. I normally just try to do 4 sets. I did
4 sets for 10s?
Nah, I only do 10s on the goddamn 10 reps on the leg press. Everything else I do sets of 20. When I do legs. Calf raises, I do sets of 20 on that.
Why you do 20 on the leg press? With the 3 plates?
Because I be doing so much else on my thighs, yo, my shit be tired, bro.
You gotta hit it right there.
I think I might start doing leg press first. I normally try to say that shit to the end, but shit, by the time I get to the leg press, I'll be burnt.
I ain't gonna front, man. I just, this is when I was in like my early 20s. That's motherfucker in his 50s. When I was in the joint, motherfucker burning me up on legs. He was 50. 50. And I'm talking about, he put like 6, 7, 8 plates on leg press, hitting them for like 20s. I'm like, come on, younger. He was built like a lineman. He was like, he had that lineman built. When he played football, it was like, he was big. You know what I'm saying? He got money, but strong. He from DC too. Cool old head. He had about like, I think old head said he had about like 10 kids. And his youngest kid was probably like 5, and his baby mama, and she was like, I think like 26.
And he's 50.
Word. Damn. Something like that. Word, like. Word, man.
She young enough to be his damn gun.
Word, he was that dude. Oh, it's about that dollar back then. Oh, it was cool. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name. One time we were walking. And another dude from DC. He's like, yo, old head. He's like, yo, I don't know why you be walking around in shower shoes like a nigga won't try you in here. He was like, cause nigga definitely try your old ass. He's like, man, I wish a nigga would try me up in here. He's like, nigga, watch how quick these shower shoes come off, nigga. He's like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah. Why you rushing? Oh heck.
You lying?
My kids, man. I swear to God on my kids. Why you rush old head? Folded him quick. Then he told me, why you want to have to do that? Or now you want to get serious. You want to get serious, get mad with old head. And he didn't embarrass old head, and I mean, folded you up. And this happened it's in the TV room.
Like the wreck.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all just play. You want to play around with that?
Now you're in your feelings.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't fuck with him there.
And the shower shoe. What I mean? Now you want to get serious. And old head was like, yo, man, all right, but you better watch it, man. Hey, man, whatever. That's what you better watch it, then. When he really seen the oil, like, all right, whatever, then. He bitched up. He ain't want no problem. He was just mad, though. These niggas was clowning him, yo. Clowning him. I forgot that nigga name.
Like, that somebody want to try you with them shower shoes on.
That shit was crazy, bro. Crazy.
Damn.
I said no something, nigga. No, I ain't even say that. And he's one of them dudes that he think he work out, he don't work out. He think he work out, he be trying to work out, he don't work out. He be in there playing
around.
You know what I mean?
looking the part.
Because it did work out. You know, old head always in that weight room. See, he going in early in the morning, so you already sleeping. But he be in there at like 5:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So that shit open up. He in there getting it in. He done been in and out, so really you don't never see him. But you know how he is. But he always see him in the shower shoes, on some real laid back shit. But he got some side to you know. You know a motherfucker. Come on,
kind
man.
of sizing nigga.
You know. You know what I'm saying? What? That motherfucker. Yo, he had to see it. Tell you, he pulling off so quick. That shit was funny, yo. But that old head strong as shit. And plus, yo, he hit like 4 plates. Damn. He hit 4 plates. Come on, man. That motherfucker, dude couldn't even hit 2. This old head hitting up 4 in there. You know what I mean? Throwing like 8 plates on leg press. And like, I don't know, like 5 on the shoulder. Like squat that. Let me hit that. Hitting like 4 plates on the leg on the bench press. Like, get out of here. What's wrong with you? At 50.
Benching 4 plates?
Man. 50.
You know how to rush this?
Oh, he was strong as shit. Like at 50. I ain't know he was that strong, but I knew he got busy. I knew he was strong though. But you know what? He on his God time. He be talking God, you know what I mean? Walking around the book and all that. I mean, so he be chilling. He be on some. I mean, I done did so much. I'm just trying to, you know, I done changed my life.
Have the baby boy nigga.
Yeah, I done changed my life. I'm just trying. Yeah, he be on his God time. He be on some real laid back shit. So really, you really wouldn't know unless you sat down and talked to him. He don't talk to everybody. Oh, he be on the other time. Only certain dudes that he really kicking and busting up with. So it really, you really wouldn't know. You would kind of think like you and I would know. Like, oh yeah, I could tell. Oh, back in the day, he probably was. He got busy. He probably was strong as shit. But you wouldn't think. Average motherfucker wouldn't think he still had it. Cause like I said, he up in there early in the morning. We still sleeping.
Yeah, motherfuckers in bed.
And then when you see him around the unit, he in some shower shoes, like just chilling, laid back, talking to his guys, shit and all that. Strong than him, I'll beat you the fuck up. At 50.
And pray about it.
Yeah, at 50. Until God, I don't know why this young man had me do him like that. I'm telling you, yo. I didn't want to do him like that, guy.
Start quoting scriptures on your ass.
Word, yo, that's just crazy. I can't think of his name, yo.
Rockman.
It was cool as shit.
Yeah, we about to get out of here. I'm hungry as fuck, yo. Been here for what? 2.5 hours?
Hello?
I'm not about to have some shit to do.
Breaking up. Oh, yeah.
That was my third one this morning. I gotta eat something first, bro. I'm hungry, man. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. I'm hungry as fuck, yo. What it do, guys?
Yeah, definitely something in the water.
Yeah. Yo, we gotta go get something to eat, man. Look, I'll be back in here later on, man. I did like 2.5 hours. Well, I actually talked for like an hour and a half and kind of painted for an hour. But everybody who's been what's good, guys. If everybody who's been keeping up with this piece, I haven't streamed for a couple days because I was actually working on her shoulder and her chest area, so I just did that off camera. I worked on her on this thigh right here yesterday, and this her calf and shin right here, and so I got this leg done yesterday, and today I was working on the hand and ankle here and the reflection in the mirror, and I really do think that I'm basically finished with her skin. I actually might lighten up her shoulder a little bit. I might have made that reflection a little too light, actually. Now I might have to change that, but we'll see. So all I have left really is, like I said, maybe this little portion of her shoulder and the reflection. I want to add some more details to her hair, especially the reflection of her hair in the mirror. And I definitely want to lighten up this shadow here, maybe even 2 tones two tones, and y'all get it. Never mind. But lighten this up 1 or 2 shades, and lighten up a few more tiles on the wall, and this piece is almost done, guys. Like a few more hours. My homie came through, you know what I'm saying, chilling for a minute. We in here chilling, smoking, man. I'm about to go grab something to eat, man. I'm fucking hungry, yo. But it's still early in the day, guys. I don't know how you guys' days is gonna go today, but me, I got the day off fucking work, so I ain't doing shit. I'm doing what I want to do today. Motherfucking tank. You know what I'm saying? Got up early this morning, went to the gym, got that good little workout in, came in the studio, painting. You know what I'm saying? About to chill with my homie for a minute, and then later on today, I'll probably play some video games for a little while. Come back, get back in the studio, work on this. I really want to get this painting done within the next period that I'm off work. I have to go back to work Friday. I go back to work Friday, so I want to hopefully get this painting finished before Friday if I can. I absolutely can do it if I put the time in. It's because I'm not far from being done. It's just it all depends on what comes up, and just make sure I don't get sucked up in video games for too many hours and not actually do something that's constructive and productive. So I really appreciate everybody coming through, stopping in, chilling with me, checking me out, and viewing the progress of this project, this current portrait that I'm working on. And it's really looking good. It's really turning out nice. I'm still having a lot of fun working on this piece, and we should see it finished in the next few days. I'll be back on here in a couple hours, guys. Until then, peace.